Times are changing. My goodness, I heard about this yesterday. I just didn't have time to actually react to this. I didn't actually see the trailer yet, so I still have to see what's going on. But I've heard that this is happening. So HBO is going to be, HBO Max are going to have all the movies for 2021 at the same time. Warner Bros. Are going to be releasing them at the theater. So the same day you get it in a theater, the same day you get it on the streaming platform. And oh boy, now I know they're only saying it for 2021, but I have some thoughts about what's going to happen probably after that. So let's react to this small trailer and see what movies are actually going to be coming out. And yeah, then we'll continue our little discussion. So yeah, let's do this.
There's something happening.
Wonder Woman, okay.
In the next year, Warner Brothers Pictures is bringing you the biggest premieres.
Dune,
This is the Suicide Squad.
in
Suicide.
theaters and
Okay.
streaming
I don't care about that.
exclusively on HBO Max. The exact same day.
But the what now?
Tom and Jerry, okay. Okay. Holy shit! Conjuring. Whoa. Mortal
Theaters and
Kombat.
streaming on
Oh
HBO
god,
Max
and Matrix.
beginning December 25th.
Just looking at those names in there, and I don't know. Because look, on one side, I get it. Like, I understand this kind of move, but this is also a move that literally is going to change the industry. You see, it's not just the part of like theaters and you're just watching at home. It's that whole experience, planning, meeting up with people, then going in, then getting the popcorn, then getting the seat, or the release day. You gotta get those IMAXs because otherwise you're not gonna get them if it's a big movie and all that whole experience. There's something neat to it. Now, when this happens, and yes, again, this is only they're saying 2021, or they're only giving that slate for 2021. So there's still hope that things might change. When 2022 starts, things might go back to like, hey, everything's going to be releasing in theaters only, and until like, 3-4 months later, whatever, that's when you're going to get it on the stream. But, still though, you're releasing phones at the same time. Theaters are gonna get affected hard. You gotta look at that. I understand from one side, a company who's producing these movies, who's putting in all their money to produce this. They're not cheap, really expensive, and because of the way marketing is right now, they want to get the max profit out of all of this. On the other hand, though, what's going to happen in theaters in the long run? And this is a huge move, but also remember that this started with Mulan coming to Disney Plus. At least in my opinion, that was like that first big one that went straight to streaming. Yes, Disney charged for it, like a premium price on top of what you were paying per month for your Disney Plus service, but it went straight to streaming, and it was like this big thing. And now there are rumors for Black Widow too that's going to be happening, but there were rumors before this happened. Now that this has happened, how it's going to impact the other companies, and I think other companies will follow suit. Because you want to stay competitive. It's like, oh, that service is going to get so many subscribers. Let's do this. So anybody who has these services, they're going to try to like put more onto that service and try to maybe reach an agreement with theaters. Because earlier in the year, there were some of these companies, Disney included, and some others agreed that, hey, we're going to be releasing our movies in the theaters. It was that kind of an agreement. We're not going to be releasing it on like video on demand and so. But then you start seeing like some of the other companies, Bill and Ted, Face the Music, some of these movies actually went straight to VOD and streaming. So like Borat 2 went straight to Amazon Prime. So this changes the whole structure of how the movie business is going to be run from here on. And yes, even though this is just for 2021, once you get hooked to it and you see like the profits coming out of it, easily you're going to take that into 2022 and then so on. So this definitely changes the whole game. That box office, first day collection, the whole element from so many different levels that it's unbelievable that this is actually happening. This is like a big, like, whoa, a company did this, you know? Like earlier in the year, we're talking about like, oh, some of these movies might come to the stream and all that. Oh, or there were also arguments that, oh, this is not going to happen. Like, they're going to push them and then, next year they're going to be in theaters. So No Time to Die, if you've heard recently, the Netflix and I think it was Amazon who offered like 600 or so, around that 600 mil to get the streaming rights for the movie, and they refused. But now that this has happened, who knows? Who knows if they just change their decision and be like, okay, you know what? Have it. And the whole dynamic, I just can't believe that we're in that time that we're actually seeing this happening. But then now, let's talk about the theaters. If this keeps happening, you're going to see decreasing and decreasing numbers. Maybe not in the first year. First year, people still be used to like going to theaters and all. But in the future, you might, because then the more and more people realize, it'll be like just, like, hey, I can just be at home and watch this movie anytime I want, and I don't have to worry about like pausing it, reminding it, all of that. Like, I have full control. I can get up, I can do something. I don't have to go out. I don't have to popcorn. I can, whatever is home, I can just eat, save some money like that. When you start thinking and there's all that, but then it affects the theater. It affects overall as a business, it affects employment. So all of this it's very tricky. Like, on one hand, one company, I understand why they're doing this. On the other hand, by doing this, it also are going to have long-term effects that I don't think, from what this looks like, these are big movies that are coming. Some of these are like Dune, Matrix 4, Suicide Squad, like a whole lot of huge movies. Wonder Woman 1984 or #2, it's coming out December 21st, theater and stream at the same time. They're putting them on stream. It's not just some movie. These are huge blockbuster movies that they're going to be putting on stream. So the whole aspect of like watching a blockbuster in a theater, that whole experience, you're not going to be able to get that. Even if you have like a good surround system and all, you're not going to be able to get that. And at the same time, the theaters, that's what I'm really worried about. That how it affects that whole employment structure of the theater business. Because theater business is a huge business. It's a huge business. It's been always been there for a long time. For years, right? And all of a sudden, this 1 year, it's gonna change the whole aspect of the theater versus streaming at home. I mean, we used to hear about this, that, in the future, this might happen where we can watch movies on release day at home, but it was just a thing. We never thought that this actually happened. This is actually happening. So those are my worries. Worries more because of how it's gonna affect the whole employment structure of theaters, because so many people get employed there. The food stand, the restaurants, different chains, they're in there. So when you add up the numbers, if theaters start closing because people aren't going in, well, or they condense it, they make them smaller, but still you lose employment. So I am worried. I'm worried in that sense, how it changes everything. So let's see how the next year actually goes by and how it actually affects everything. Maybe people still want to go to the theater, and if theater is open instead of streaming, they might still go to the theater, and maybe these companies will just change their decision and go back to just releasing movies in the theater and keeping their streaming service for other stuff, or releasing those movies 3 or 4 months after their initial release in the theater. So those are my thoughts. What do you all think? What do you think about the times, how they're going to change, and how this whole aspect of streaming versus theater employment business itself is going to change? Leave a comment below, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the comments. Thanks for the support, thanks for listening to my opinions, and yeah, thank you for everything. Other than that, I want to say again, thank you. I guess I'll say thank you again. Yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta, AK out.